Okay, it's 4:30 in the morning and it's another adventure here with me and my son Tyler and all the stars. We were picking up a truck in Alberta. We got about a 7-hour drive each direction plus load, so we probably got a 16-18 hour day, and of course it had to snow last night. It was clear last night when we went to bed, but you know that's what happens in December, so with any luck we'll make it.
Oh, that thing was plugged in?
Yeah, and I didn't have a mic set up.
Well, at least we got one tunnel.
That's a long one. You're going too fast.
I know, I'm trying to like...
Yeah.
Especially driving in Saskatchewan, like the whole road to...
What was it called?
Humanity Road.
Oh, Bureau.
Yeah, that's...
Well, this is what all the fuss was about. 41 Dodge military truck. I guess it'd be the precursor to the Power Wagon, but a really clean cab and really clean sheet metal. Straight and almost completely rust free. Let's give you a look inside. What's left of it. And then we got the whole bed of Tyler's truck is full of parts. It came out looks like Cooley, Washington, and you can sort of read something on there, but anyway, really clean cab. And here's all the rest of it. The hood, both fenders are really straight, and just the grille, front bumper, running boards, all kinds of stuff. So this is all, we don't need the stock chassis or axles anyway, so it's fine that they're gone. This is going to go onto a 93 Cummins 5-speed chassis. And that was what all this fuss was about. 2 Power Wagons have arrived. Now we just got to get them off the trailer and down into the yard. Piece of cake with the right equipment. Try and push it with the deck like we did in the past. Well, you know what? I could just unhook this and drive out, then we can push it around later. Keep things rolling.
Turn it this way, yeah.
Yeah, come to the passenger side, yeah, a bit. We'll try that.
Yeah.
Tyler, look at this guy. He just keeps bringing me parts, eh? More and more. I like his attitude. Well, here we are. It's the next day. Tyler and I did a marathon trip to Alberta and back yesterday. We put 1,200 kilometers on, which is about 750 miles in one day. It was a bit of a journey, but this is what we went to get. It's actually, it doesn't look like much, but it's in really good condition. Originally Armory Green here. It's out of Washington State. And we just mocked it up so you can see better what it is. I'll put a picture of what it looked like prior to them disassembling the truck. So we got the original frame, but we're not going to use that anyway. We're going to put it on a 93 Cummins frame, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But the sheet metal is really, really nice. You can see it said first it said Bach Drilling Company, and then it says something crane or something, I don't know. And then the phone number is SU7-414. So this would be its life after military service. A little shot inside, but it's extremely clean truck for rust. Typical, they got their dents, but those dents are easier to fix than rust. So, big plans for it. This is the donor beast. Tyler picked up from a towing company, pretty reasonable. Runs and drives. It's a 93 Cummins 5-speed manual, 3/4 ton 4-wheel drive. So, this is the chassis and the drivetrain we're going to use with the military truck. It's a club cab long box. Tyler plans to go probably flat deck, and so he might have an extra long flat deck, or we trim the back end off, who knows. But this is it. And there's Tyler's other truck. He's got many. I'll do a bit of a quick walk around of both these trucks to show you what I purchased. This will be the one I'm keeping. I initially thought it would be the green one, but turns out this one is in much better condition body-wise. It will be the body coming off and going on a newer chassis. It's not going to be a stock restoration with the flathead 6. It's going to be a 5.9 12 valve Cummins and a 5-speed stick, so make it more drivable and modern. These trucks in stock configuration have about a, I think it's two gear ratios, but the one is a 486 and the other one's a 5 something, and they top out at 50 miles an hour just screaming, so not really conducive to modern style driving. And that's what I want, is I want something that I can drive. So that is the idea behind all this. But let's give you a look at what we got. I just mocked up the running boards just to see what it looks like. Originally a red truck with the black trim. You can see here, you can buy a lot of reproduction for these trucks. You can buy the, you know, the cardboard headliner and all that. So we'll see. We'll probably put a custom seat and other stuff, different steering column and gauges. It's got some rust on the bottom of the cab at the back. They all seem to go there, but not a big deal. It does have some dents here and a few holes drilled in the roof, but that's what happens after, you know, 75 years of abuse. Again, this whole chassis will be sold off to somebody restoring a truck. I had a buddy, actually, I was talking with him this morning, contemplating whether it might be better or easier to put the new drivetrain into the factory frame. I'm not sure about that. Maybe I'll just have to weigh the pros and cons each way and see which is easier. I'm not against using the stock frame, but I'm wondering if it might be as sturdy as the other newer frame. My truck is going to go on an 89 Cummins chassis, and that's a project I already started a few years back, and I'll show you some of that too. Go around this side. So these both come I bought these both from a friend, but he got them from a guy that had them both, and he started sanding and restoring this one. That's why it's all bare metal. And the other truck, which I'll show you in a minute, is the one I initially wanted because it's got pretty cool patina, but it's not nearly the condition this one is in. So both trucks came as a package. I had to buy them both. And so what I'll do is this one, or they're both, I think, supposed to run. And they looking under the hood, they look like they do. I'll get this running. Gonna mock it up with a box. Both trucks came with a box. Haven't got them yet. Well, I got one, but not the other. Anyway, yeah, I'll mock that up and then I will sell that one and just keep the one. I don't need two of them. One's enough for bankruptcy. Have a look inside here. Yeah, so it's missing there's 3 data plates here. It just basically shows you how to use the 4-wheel drive system, and of course that'll all be changed, but I might buy some reproductions for that and put them on just because it looks cool. But really clean truck. Love these early style hubs too. Very neat. Give you a little shot of the engine. You can see remnants of a phone number on there when it was last used. in its commercial endeavor, I'm sure. Here's the flathead. I think these are about 80 or 90 horsepower. You know, they did the job back in the day. But not ideal for today, for sure. I had, years ago, I had an M37 Dodge, 52 or 53. A very similar truck, but they were military all the way. Same drivetrain, and it was a fun truck. I drove it and stuff, but more of a novelty, you know, when it comes to, 40, 50 miles an hour and screaming down the road with loose, crappy steering and crappy brakes. But anyway, the other reason I want to update this. So that's the one I'm going to keep. Here is the other one. And like I say, this cab is actually decent from what you can see, but it got lots of issues in the floor and stuff. And again, overall a solid truck. It's just given a choice out of the two, back one is better. So, but this one's got a neat patina, it looks good. This one has the factory Braden winch on it, factory bumper. I contemplated keeping that and switching to the other truck, and I still might, but we'll see. I'll probably just maybe put an electric one on there and leave this setup for someone who wants to restore it to stock. And you can see, oh, you can't really see underneath. It's got the drive shaft coming off the back of the winch, going down to transfer case. Yeah. Green and black is a classic color combination for these. You ever seen the metal models that Wix put out years ago? They were green and black, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm not sure if we'll go red and black on that one or green and black. We'll see. I'll give you a little better shot of this inside. Nice straight fenders, by the way. These are awesome. And this one here, just like the other one, that's the stock 6. Both of them look like they should run. They turn over and have some new parts on them, so I wouldn't doubt if I get them to run. I'll do that prior to selling this one. Sell it as a running truck. Of course, there's no brakes on it, but running truck's better than a non-running truck. This one's got a rusted out frame there. Now, I'm not even sure, maybe they even reproduce those things, these stuff. In fact, I got some reproduction parts with this, which I'll show you. Both fenders on the back here are rusted out. There's a plate that's sandwiched in there that attaches this bar, this mounting bar. But you know, that's flat steel, that can be welded out. But again, the other truck, both sides are good, so we'll go with that. And then this one, the door looks good on the outside, but when you open it up, you can see where the hinge goes. It's all rotted away. And again, you know, that's straight metal, that can be fixed, and you know, anything can be fixed really. And then you see the floor rusted in spots, but this has the data plates I was telling you about. And yeah, missing the original seat, but generally you want a more comfortable modern seat anyway. And this one here, doors all rotted away, and they had some funky repairs going on there. So again, all fixable, just more work. I'll shut this. I'll show the other side. But they sure are badass looking trucks, I tell you. Get these with some big tires. There's a bigger non-stock tire. Yeah, they just look good. Of course, quite small by today's cab standards. So they're really just a 2-seater. That's just fine. There we go. That's a good shot. I'll show you on this side. Here. This one's got a funky latch setup. As you can see here, somebody added here. Door's broken and the stock latch is just sort of sitting there. A lot of that interchanges off the civilian truck, so not a huge deal. Just another thing to add to the list. Here's the inside. The other one, the one I'm keeping, it's got some holes drilled up in here and a couple dents, but that's easier to fix than you know what this thing has going on down here, right? All the rust. And of course, when you repowertrain these onto the newer chassis, this whole hump, it unbolts. And I'll probably have to make my own newer hump, frame it in, and then new sheet metal to clear. But you know, it goes with the territory. You want it, you got to build it. Okay, well that's number 2. And this one will be for sale. I got a buddy locally that's really interested, so most likely I will sell it to him. And I'll show you the other parts that came with these. These are a couple original box sides. And of course, not great, but a guy could work with those. And my buddy that I bought them from has other box sides that haven't shown up yet that he says I can choose from, so we'll get the best setup going. These are reproduction rear fenders, which is nice because, as you can imagine, they would be impossible to find not all hammered up. So these are nice. They come out of vintage Power Wagons out of the States, I believe. And then these here are reproduction cross members to mount the box. See, as you can see, the box just has sides, and then you got a front header panel and a rear tailgate, and then you got wood slats for the floor. But these are the cross braces that mount it to the frame. So those come with my truck, and these are the running boards for the passenger side. I just, like I said, mock those up to show you, you know, visualize. Yeah. So very excited. Another project for the pile. So we'll see how this works out. And then this, like I said, I was fixing a 89 Dodge regular cab Cummins 5-speed. Partway through that, I've got the Cummins engine all apart and some upgrades and a rebuilt head. And it's actually in really good shape, as they usually are. And then I have the 89 frame sitting here on blocks, and there's the fuel tanks for it. This was sandblasted and powder coated probably 2 years ago now, and all the brackets and stuff. So it's good to go. I've got a Skyjacker. Oh, not a sad sight, hey? Got Tyler's Camaro in the shop, so this had to sit outside for a couple of days. I got a Skyjacker brand new leaf spring setup I bought for that truck, which I will use when I switch this over. And I got my diffs. I got a bunch of new parts as far as kingpins and brake parts and all kinds of stuff for that drivetrain chassis. So I'll put that together with this sandblasted chassis, get everything all ready as a rolling chassis, and then work on mounting this engine over. Quite likely the scenario, but I will check out, I'll look into mounting the leaf springs on this chassis, so we'll see which is the lesser of two evils as far as how much work is involved. But very happy with the trucks. Very clean, straight trucks for 70-year-old trucks. You know, definitely hard to find. You know, usually they're hammered and you got to have 3 or 4 trucks to build one. So these are both pretty good. This is the keeper, and this one will move on and make somebody else an excellent project, because it's definitely a good candidate as well. Well, that's it for another episode. More junk for the pile. pile of Mopars. And you might notice a non-Mopar vehicle here. This is Tyler's Camaro. I got a video coming up on that too. I know it's not Mopar, but interesting nonetheless. Anyway, thanks for watching.